So, guys, can you just quickly give a quick intro? Am I audible?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, my name is Arjun. I am from Hyderabad.
Okay.
I am working in a mainframe developer at Wipro. I have
Mhm.
overall 4.6 years of experience in the mainframe developer as a senior developer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, the purpose of this session, why you opted for SAP SD? Like, do you want to upskill and move to the new
Yeah,
organization, or?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yes. I need to upskill my skills.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. So, any previous experience with SAP, or this is the first time?
Yeah.
Like,
No, it is second time. Why? In the starting my career, I actually uh, end user consultant, but I need to full consultant. Yeah.
okay. And Darshan, what about you?
I am application and sales engineer in PMT machines. So I have to learn SAP SD and want to upscale and looking for new opportunity as a SAP consultant.
Okay. Okay, guys. So, quick intro about me. My name is Mike, and currently I'm working with, you can say, a leading tech firm. I can't disclose the name due to confidentiality reasons. And I have around 7 years of experience, and the total experience is relevant to SAP SD only. Like from the day one, I'm working with this module only. So basically, when I started as a L1 consultant, and currently, I'm a senior consultant, and basically, like looking after the clients who are kind of if they are using the SAP in some sense, then that is a case of data migration and all. And if not, then if it is from scratch, then basically we go from for the implementation. And similarly, like when I started actually in SAP, there as a consultant, you will have various roles to explore. Like you may work as an end user, you may work as a support consultant, also you may work as a like implementation partner. So for all of these roles, the main objective or the main goal is to have the basic knowledge and the concepts of order to cash cycle. So this session, the entire session, which will be relevant for like 2.5 or 3 months, our goal will be basically to like cover each and every aspects of order to cash cycle. So any doubts till now?
Yeah, it's okay.
So
Mike,
I'll
are you from Maharashtra or what?
sorry.
Are you from? You not?
I'm from Kolkata.
Okay.
So I'll begin with the screen share session. This is an introductory session. So we will have a walkthrough of what all things we are going to cover, how we are going to cover, what will be like our approach to learn a thing and to move on. So is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, yes.
Yes, but your screen is.
Okay, so this is a content course or the syllabus which you will get from the firm itself. And going through it, like you will have a brief idea about what exactly we are going to cover, although not every.
Mike, your screen is totally white, blank.
Is it same for all?
Yes.
Okay. Let me know if it is visible now.
Yes, but yeah, yes,
Visible, right?
yes, yes.
Okay. So what I was telling is, like we will have a predefined course which we will follow for this like course of 2.5 or 3 months. And within this, like our learning approach will be, first we will see the logical aspect of any particular topic. For example, let us go to a sheet. So basically, when we'll start learning about the things, suppose it is day one. Okay, so we will first learn about the enterprise structure. Within enterprise structure, like suppose today we are starting enterprise structure. So within enterprise structure, what all things are there, that we will actually have a theoretical look, like what company is, what company code is, how it functions, what are it uses, what are the relation between a company and company code, and so on. Like there will be you can say a theoretical session first of all. After that, we will like I'll show you in the SAP system the actual hands-on, like how company code is created, how a sales organization is linked to a particular company code, and so on. So that will be our hands-on session. And after the end of the session, like there will be some tasks for you in order to have a better grip of what we have learned on a particular date. So for example, suppose we have completed this organizational structure part, then there will be some task like to create a company code which have a certain z name. Okay, to create your own sales org, then to assign this sales org to a company code, and so on. So this I'll show you in the system. You will have a look. If you have any doubts, we will have definitely have a doubt clearing session. But at the end of the day, it will be your task to basically practice it at your end to have a better understanding. So this is how we are going to proceed. So the very first topic which we will learn about is enterprise structure. As I told you, you will have this syllabus, but I think this syllabus is not like in pre-desired order. So after you can see like after organization structure, we have something called as create an SD inquiry, document, quotation, and order. So this is usually not the flow. So how we are going to proceed is, first, we'll learn about the enterprise structure, then we'll go for the master data. So in SAP SD, basically we will deal with four types of master data here, which is our customer master, material master, customer material info records, and pricing. These are the four major, you can say, master data component. From sales perspective, from purchasing perspective, there are some more, but since we are concentrating only on the order to cash cycle, these are the four master data that we'll be looking into. Now, when we'll like start this particular topic, suppose we are learning about customer master. So we will see how to create a customer in SAP, how that customer is, there is a concept of partner functions in SAP. So how that partner function derivation is coming, like everything from the definition till the assignment part will go through. So this is with the master data. Now, once we are done with the master data, we will learn about certain configurations. When I talk about configurations, there are several configurations in SAP, and it is also listed uh, within your syllabus. So, for example, SAP SD document types. So, this is a configuration which we call sales document header configuration. Then we have item category configuration. Similarly, we'll have schedule line configuration or delivery type configuration. And finally, billing configurations. So these are all the configurations which we will learn about. Now, once you have the enterprise structure, now within enterprise structure, there are components which we will cover later in this particular session. Just let me plug in my power source. Any doubts till now?
So Mayank, you are with including S4 HANA also you are teaching, or only SAP SD?
So the thing is,
Why?
like,
Because most organization asking with the resume is for HANA, right? So that's why.
okay. So the thing is, S4 HANA, let me tell you the difference first of all in ECC and S4. So this software which you are which we will be currently using, it is called ECC. And it is basically ECC 6.0. Okay. So for example, let us open the system. So suppose in ECC we are creating a sales order. So you basically will go through the transaction, will put order type and so on, and then we'll enter a page like this. Okay, where you enter your customer number, your material number, your quantity. Now this is ECC. Now when we talk about S4, in S4 you won't be using this particular ECC thing like software. You have a provision to access certain things through web pages itself. Like you can open Chrome, you can enter a particular URL for order creation that has been assigned to that particular company, and you can create a sales order in the web page itself. Now, this S4 thing, how it works in the backend, it is using the database. Now, the database, when I'm talking about database, now for order creation, what I need a sold to party, I need a ship to party, I need a material, I need the order quantity. Now, when I'll put all these things together, my item category, my delivery type, my billing type, everything will get determined automatically. Okay. So the functionality, whatever is there, the logic is going to be same for both EC, whether you are using ECC or whether you are using S4. The only thing is there are certain aspects where S4, like S4 is differentiating from ECC. That is as S4 has come up with some modifications. For example, when we will learn about credit management, in ECC we have provision of simple credit check, but in S4 they have completely renovated that particular module and come up with automatic credit check, which alongside can be used with some external agencies as well. For example, I want to check the my customer limit with the CIBIL score. Like there is something called CIBIL score when you apply for a particular loan, or you when you apply for a credit card. This is the very first thing which is verified by the organization. Now, the CIBIL score is basically defined, or you can say it has been managed with some other organization that is not with you. So basically, the integration point between your data, your company's data, and the CIBIL data, that is possible in case of S4. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is that the functionalities, logics, concepts will be same for both, whether it is ECC or whether it is HANA. When someone will ask you about a business process, like explain a business process, he won't be asking explain this business process with reference to ECC or with reference to S4, because the business process will be same. When someone will ask you about master data configuration, the configurations won't be differentiating in terms of ECC or S4. The configurations are going to be same. Does that answer your query?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Any other doubts?
Yeah, what I am trying means actually I have the 4.6 years of experience in mainframe. So I am trying this 4.6 years of experience I put in the resume as a SAP SD consultant. So after
That
that,
will,
yeah, after
yeah,
that
yeah, that
my
will be
resume is
quite
pick
a
up.
task for you.
Yeah, after that my resume is pick up. So can I survey in S4 S4 HANA? I mean, like,
So there are two things like which will be suitable for you. The very first thing is, like as I told you, if you want to be a SD consultant, now when like you will be interviewed for a particular job role, na, you will be like asked the projects or the profiles which you have worked for. So there itself, like you'll have to define like what kind of work you have done, and basically the interviewer will have a picture like what exactly the background that you have worked for. So in that particular case, if you want to prepare for the scratch, from the scratch means like you don't have any knowledge about SD, you don't know how a customer is created, how a partner profile is determined and all. So the basic concepts you will have to take it from ECC. Then for S4 you will have to take a server. There is a designated server where you can like practice or you can implement a particular project from the scratch. So that implementation you will have to do from your own in order to have a clear picture of what exactly is happening.
okay, before we get the S4 HANA access link, I mean, accesses, for
I
learning purpose.
think it can be confirmed by the organization with whom you have contacted for this training. I'm not the right person to answer this
Okay.
query.
Yeah, okay, fine.
So, any other doubts, guys? Darshan?
Yeah, thanks for info.
Uh, Also, I would just request now, just don't keep yourself on mute. Keep the session interactive. The
Yeah,
more
yes, sir.
questions you will ask, the more clarifications on the topics you guys will have. The thing is, like, suppose if we are having a session of 1 hour and for 50 minutes I'm speaking, at the end of the session, like your takeaway won't be much. But if you'll make it interactive, like you will be practicing on your own, there will be certain doubts you will be coming. I'm sure about that. So most of the doubts, like you will be able to clear on your own, like if you have a better understanding of the topics.
Yeah, sure.
So So coming back to our syllabus, as I told you, this is not like we are not yet starting. This is just a demo session. I'll actually like I was asked to get an intro of you guys and basically to acknowledge you that how we are going to proceed our learnings and all. So this is the third stage where we have learned our basic configuration. Now, once we are done with all these things now, then basically we will learn about business process. When I speak about the business process, let me tell you a standard business process first. So in SAP, what happens? Suppose I am a entity or I am a company which is basically dealing with tires. I manufacture tires. Now, you as a customer, you want to make a business with me, and like basically you will be customer and I'll be acting as a company. Now what will be the first point of contact? You will either call me up or you will send a mail with your inquiries. Like suppose I'm dealing with tires. Okay, now there is some offers, like if you buy a certain quantity, suppose 1,000, I'll give you a 10% discount. If you buy 50,000 unit, I'll give you additional 5% discount. So in that way I have some like business segregations. So you want to have basically a list of products I have and the prices which I can offer you. So for that, what you will do, you will raise an inquiry document. Okay, inquiry document is raised by whom? It is raised by you, and that inquiry document is internal document which will be created in the SAP system as an internal document. Now, with the help of this inquiry document, a quotation will be created. Now, this quotation, what will have? It will have the customer's name, which will be yours name, the material which the customer has been asking for, and the quantity along with the prices. These all details will be there in my quotation. Now, I've created a quotation, I forwarded it to you. Now, you agree okay, I'll not buy all the products. I'll buy certain products where I'm getting maximum discounts, and remaining I'll procure from somewhere else. Now, with set of that particular materials which you have selected, we'll create a order. Once an order is created and saved, a delivery document will be generated. With the once a delivery document, it is basically like a delivery challan. Now, once this delivery document is created, the delivery will happen and a billing document will get generated. Now, this billing document, again, it is an internal document. After this billing document is created, an invoice will be generated and will be posted to accounting. So this is a standard, you can say, order to cash cycle from inquiry till accounting. This all activities basically comes under sales and distribution module, and it, as a SAP SD consultant, you must be aware about all the functionalities that lies within this process. Now, inquiry and quotation, they are also sometimes referred as pre-sales process, because this is something which we are doing before the actual sales process actually starts. So the actual sales process start from your order part. Yeah,
Yes.
guys, any response?
Yes, yes, yeah, we got it. Yeah.
So this is a generic sale process. Now, when we learn about a business process, there are various kind of sales process which a business follows. For example, there is a third party process. Then there is individual purchase order scenario. Then there is stock transfer order, which is also called intercompany or inter-company stock transfers. Then we have credit memo request, debit memo request. Then we have something called as invoice correction request. We have returns. We have scheduling agreements. We have contracts, consignments, and so on. So there are around 9 or 10 business process which are the generic ones, and which you must be like you must have a proper knowledge about. When I talk about proper knowledge, basically like a brief description of what exactly the process is, how the particular process is configured in SAP, and like what are the end-to-end configurations of a particular business process. So this is something which we will come across once we are done with master data configuration and the basic sales configuration. Once we are done with all this, then we will come to this particular point. So when we will be on a verge of on completion of a business process, then like almost 65% of the syllabus we will complete. Now the remaining 30%, which is basically labeled as miscellaneous, but the thing is, these topics are as important as, you can say, master data or configuration. So within this particular miscellaneous things, we'll come across copy controls. We'll learn about availability check. Availability check, like basically like when you are creating order at the back end, like take for example, suppose this is I put a random customer here. I put a random material. Now suppose I am entering some quantity here, 9999. Now within the plant, if the stock is suppose 1000 quantities only available in the stock, but while creating order, I am putting quantity as 9999. Now how system will manage this particular situation? What all configurations it will take to perform the availability check, like whether you want to throw a warning message, whether you want to throw error message, or whether you want to schedule a delivery. Schedule a delivery means suppose 1000 is available as of now. Okay, I'll deliver those 1000 as soon as possible to you, and for remaining 8999 materials, I'll create a new basically delivery date. I'll deliver it to some other dates. So how all these things are configured, that topic will be come under availability check. Then we have something called as transfer of requirement. Along with that, we'll learn about credit management. Then we'll learn about availability check. We have done copy controls. We have done basic determinations. Determinations, as in like how a plant is determined in a sales document, how a shipping point is determined, how a schedule line is getting determined. So all this will come under our determination part. So that will have a separate session. With this, we will complete around 80%. Then report generation, business process. Okay, free of charge delivery. This will come under there. So this is like a basic overview of what we are going to learn in the like next coming 2.5 months. We'll start with the enterprise structure, like basic configurations. We'll learn like first of all, let me show you itself. So you guys are like, have you ever worked on ECC, like S4, any of the SAP software?
No, we are installed, but we not.
Okay. So let me give you an intro about the screen first. So this is a SAP Easy Access menu. Like this is a, you can say, a home page of the software, ECC software, which we'll be using.
Okay.
So here you will get some predefined shortcuts. These are why I'm telling these are shortcuts. I'll like we'll come to it, but these are some predefined shortcuts. Now in the bottom side, right side, you have this arrow key. Okay, if you'll click on it, so here basically you will have your user ID, the ID which you have used to log in. Then we have something called as client. Okay, so when we'll start our session, we'll first learn about a SAP methodology, which is basically used in case of implementation project. So within that, there is a concept of client. Like whenever you work on SAP, there are three different servers, uh, like development server, quality server, and production server. The production server is the actual server where end-to-end business transactions take place. Then the quality server is used when you want to test something, and the development server is used when you want to like create a new configuration and test it by yourself. So these will be the three servers. Now they are, how they are differentiated, the servers are differentiated by this client. Basically the client which will be using, it will be defining. So for us the client will be 800. Then this is something called
Okay, 800
transaction
means
management.
it is a educated client, right?
Yeah,
That we only use for practice purpose, for learning purpose.
correct.
Yeah.
Then there is something called as transaction. Now
So
coming
here
back,
I have one doubt.
yeah,
ERP means enterprise resource planning, but
correct.
ECC like both are same or
No,
different?
no, no. ECC actually, SAP is a ERP package.
Okay.
Okay. And ECC is a version of SAP that we are currently using. Now, SAP, when it was introduced, earlier it has only one tier architecture. One tier means the same, you can say, module was used for data storing and data processing. Now, currently we are using three tier architecture. Like, suppose this is our, you can say, GUI interface, where we are actually,
So
putting,
RP3 we are using right now or
we are using R3 as of now,
yeah,
three
okay.
tier.
So most of
So
organization use are right now R by 3 or S or HANA. I mean present.
uh, like currently there is a transition going on. So the existing organization we are, which are using SAP for a longer run, like for the past 10 years, 15 years, their database is based on ECC, just because they were using ECC in the past. And their front interface, like we are using currently here, GUI. for any of the activity, like for creating order, for creating delivery, or running any report, we are using ECC. So their front end has been changed. There has been using S4 for the same. Like they are accessing or creating orders through Google Chrome itself. Now there are some organizations which are in transition, like they are trying to move to S4. Yeah, eventually, like by the end of 2025,
So it
ECC
is a
will be
migration project, right?
yeah, that will be a migration project. So like many of my colleagues are there in the migration project. So basically, like SAP has set a benchmark that by the end of 2025, all of its client will basically try to move to the S4. So the transition, how it will take place, first you will have to migrate the data, like copy the existing data from ECC to S4, create a data link, and use that particular data link to run your day-to-day business.
So S4 HANA, it's like a live details, right? We are using URL.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So we use a link and we can enter the exactly what
So there is basically a Fiori apps. I don't think the organization has given me the access yet. So, but once I'll have the access now, it is basically like you open a particular website. Suppose, take for instance Amazon itself. Okay, you open Amazon, you add some product in your carts, and you click on buy now. Then at the back end, a sales order is created with the list of the product which you have selected. Your customer number, your address, and all will be taken from your profile. So what? So you need to understand the mapping here. So basically, the data is same, like the whatever data is there in ECC tables, that data is only getting used. Yeah, but the front GUI, you are not using it in like as I told you, you are not using the ECC, you are using the web version. That's the difference. Any other doubts, queries?
Nice.
So yeah, we were basically at this particular page. So as I told you, user will be your particular credentials which with which you have logged in. Then we have something called as transaction here. Now let us understand about this transaction. As I've told you, this is
yeah, sorry, I lost it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Few minutes I
Yeah.
lost my connection.
Okay. So basically, we were learning about the transaction. So as I've told you, like this is in the SAP Easy Access menu, we have this particular provision. Either we can use shortcuts or we can use transaction codes. Now let us learn about the shortcuts. So suppose within shortcuts, if I expand logistics, sales and distribution, sales order, and I click on create. So you can see a new pop-up window has appeared. Now this window is used to create a sales order. But if I want to create a order using a transaction, now again I'll open easy access menu. I'll go back. I don't want to like click on this multiple thing, and I want to create it from the transaction window itself. This window, particular window, is called transaction window. So I just need to enter the transaction code for sales order creation, which is VA01. I'll click on enter, and the same page will appear. Now the thing is, suppose if you have learned something, like for example, let us go to logistics, close this, scheduling agreement.
So I
Like
need
if
to
you,
create. Yeah, I need.
yeah, please,
Yeah, sorry for interrupting. Yeah, I need
yeah,
to
please.
create the quotation or I need to create the quotation or I need to quotation. So I need to use the shortcut or what?
Both options. That is
quotation or
what I was
inquiry,
telling.
like.
That is what I was telling you.
Okay,
You can
okay.
use both
Sorry.
option. Okay, you can use shortcut also. Shortcut, how you are using? You are going to this easy access page, which is your home page. After that, you'll open logistics. Within logistics, sales and distribution. Within sales and distribution, sales. And then suppose you want to create a quotation. Okay, so quotation you will expand. You have three options: create, change, and display. So you want to create, you'll click on it. Now, if you don't want to follow this shortcut method and you directly want to, I know the transaction code. I'll come through the like I'll type it in here and I'll go to that window. How you can do that? So as I was telling you about this particular thing where you are getting your credentials and program and client. So here in the transaction you will see the transaction mentioned for this particular April 21. Now next time, if you don't want to follow such hectic process and directly want to go to the quotation creation page, you can type in VA21 in the command bar. You'll put enter and you'll directly you'll be taken to this particular page, create quotation. So this is a two-way with which you can basically access a particular thing. Like there are two approaches to do the things. And the most common one is transaction only, because the like when we'll start learning things like creating order, creating customer, viewing customer, editing customer, creating material. So basically we'll be using transaction codes only, because transaction codes are important as per interview perspective also. So we'll see like the shortcuts are there. You can keep on explore, no issues with that. Yeah, but the transaction codes you must be aware of. So any doubts on this?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no.
ट्रांजैक्शन कोड सेम रहता है या अलग अलग, मतलब वो हम खुद बनाते हैं या सॉफ्टवेयर में बनता है?
आ, इसका दो आंसर है। आप खुद भी बना सकते हो और सिस्टम एसएपी का कुछ प्री डिफाइंड भी रहता है। फॉर एग्जांपल अभी ये बहुत मतलब जल्दी होगा बताना, बट स्टिल सिंस यू आर क्यूरियस आई विल शो यू। तो देयर इज अ ट्रांजैक्शन VOV8। ओके, ये बेसिकली जो मैंने आपको यहाँ पे दिखाया कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस, तो ये सेल्स हेडर कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस के अंदर में आता है। So when we'll learn about sales header configuration, then we'll learn about this transaction. Now I go to document type OR, which is standard order. Now OR का configuration सब हम चेक करते हैं। तो आपका क्वेश्चन था कि अभी देखो स्टैंडर्ड ऑर्डर क्रिएट करने का ट्रांजेक्शन क्या था?
VA01।
VA01. So that V and A, that is going to be common for sales order. But the transaction group, like अभी आप जीरो की जगह सपोज आप वन यूज करना चाह रहे हो, ठीक है, देन देर इज समथिंग कॉल्ड एज ट्रांजेक्शन ग्रुप। तो यहाँ पे आप देखो वन अगर आप यूज करोगे देन इट विल बी एक्टिंग एज ए इंक्वायरी, टू यूज करोगे इट विल बी एक्टिंग एज अ कोटेशन, जीरो यूज करोगे इट विल एक्ट एज अ ऑर्डर। So this is the
Yes.
customization, like this
Okay,
is the
so
control. Hmm.
so I suppose I need to quotation, so I can enter VR2.
Mm,
VA02।
no, yeah, VA is going to be common. Let me put it this way, ठीक है?
V
देखो VA common
okay,
रहेगा, ठीक
VE02.
है? Not
Okay,
E,
V
it will be
okay.
A. VA common है.
Oh, sorry.
Then
Okay, okay.
we have three different attributes. First one is change. Sorry, first one is create,
Create.
edit, एंड डिस्प्ले। वी हैव गॉट थ्री डिफरेंट फंक्शंस, ठीक है? तो अभी ऑर्डर के केस में आते हैं। तो ऑर्डर के केस में अभी जैसे मेरे को ट्रांजैक्शन बनाना है क्रिएट का, तो क्या बनेगा? तो वी ए कॉमन है एज आई टोल्ड यू। नाउ For order, what is the transaction group which we are using here? It is 0. तो ट्रांजैक्शन ग्रुप मेरा कॉमन रहेगा, 0 पुट कर दिया मैंने ऑर्डर के लिए. अभी देखो क्रिएट के लिए क्या करेंगे, 1 करेंगे. एडिट के लिए VA0 सेम रहेगा. एडिट के लिए क्या यूज हो जाएगा, 2 यूज हो जाएगा. और डिस्प्ले के लिए VA कॉमन है, 0 इज द ट्रांजैक्शन ग्रुप फॉर सेल्स, एंड डिस्प्ले के लिए 3 है. सो 1 2 3. नाउ सिमिलरली गो फॉर कोटेशन. ठीक है, कोटेशन का अगेन कॉमन है, VA कॉमन है. देन अभी कोटेशन का ट्रांजैक्शन ग्रुप आप चेक करो क्या है, 2 है. तो VA 2 1, 2 for quotation and 1 for creation. Now you want to edit a quotation, what will be the transaction? VA common रहेगा, quotation के लिए आप 2 यूज कर रहे हो, edit के लिए 2. Again we want to display, VA common है, quotation के लिए again आप 2 यूज कर रहे हो, and then display के लिए 3. So in this way the transaction codes are predefined in SAP.
Okay.
ये अभी मतलब इनिशियल फेज है. लाइक don't get confused with all this. Eventually, like when we'll progress with our sessions, तो एक better understanding आपको मिलेगा इसका.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So any other doubts, guys?
Yeah, right now it's clear.
Okay. So this was basically a demo session. Okay. So मुझे बस मतलब basically interact करना था आप लोगों के साथ. तो that was
सर
the
आपका
perspective.
क्लास मॉर्निंग रहता है? सर आपका क्लास मॉर्निंग है या इवनिंग?
अभी
आई मीन
क्लास के क्लास का टाइमिंग्स मैं जैसा बता रहा था आपको, मोहित फाइनल करेगा. तो लाइक जो भी टाइमिंग्स होगा ही विल कंफर्म.